Good morning. It's Monday, and in Hong Kong, it's already Monday. I went out today expecting a good Monday for my favorite exercise, walking, and that is there's a new style of walking that I undergo. These days. It's a 3 minute, five sets, just 30 minutes of walking. One slow, relaxed walking, and the other is, you just walk with all your might talaga. And I have found out that this is a better way for me. So I was really expecting to have a great Monday of that walking, but after I reached the place where I would do the walking, wow, the cloud just started piling up, and in a few minutes it was a downpour. So I had to seek shelter, and sadly the shelter that I found wasn't big enough. So everyone, there were several elderlies who were with me, and boy, everyone was going wherever they could find enough, para shelter, because we were getting wet inside because the rain was blowing at a certain direction. And so I decided to leave the place, walk through the rain, and just asking the Lord to help me. You see, I have contracted a bit of a cold, but it's part of those interruptions, and that's why on this day, this Good News Monday, I want to talk about what I call the good news of divine interruptions. Interruptions. Aren't you glad that God has interrupted your life? So some people, they want to be left alone. They want God to just distance Himself and perhaps come to their rescue when they need Him, but for most of the time, they just want that God would take a safe distance. They don't want God to be so near them. So they want God when they need Him, but they don't want Him for their daily lives. And I'm telling you, that's not the kind of God that we serve. God introduces Himself in the Word as a God who interrupts. He interrupts creation. He interrupts His people. Because of His love and mercy, He will not just allow us to continue living the way that we do because of His love. And that's why He comes. He interrupts our comforts. He disturbs the quiet waters, the calm waters we are so accustomed to living because of His mighty and great love for us. Now, our readings this morning in Romans chapter 12 tells us about this great interruption that God made. In chapters 9 to 12, wow, this interruption that God allowed Israel to be hardened. Their heart were hardened. Israel's heart was hardened, and because God wanted to do something, it's not a part of what He said His plan was in the Old Testament, and yet He interrupted His plan. And why did He do that? Well, out of mercy for the people who would end up receiving the gospel because of this mighty interruption, but also out of love for Israel, because after this interesting interruption, God would now turn to them and said, now it's your turn. I'm so glad for divine interruptions. I live a life without purpose and meaning until one day God came into my life and He interrupted. And I will not say that my life has been easy ever since, but boy, that life with Jesus has been the best, the most unique, the most significant, and the most uplifting kind of a life. Alam nyo, yesterday, I was very tired teaching, no? And I was just, telling myself, oh, I wish I could just be home right now and lay down on the bed and maybe fall asleep for a while. I was really tired. And then one of our students who was with us in the lift as we were going down, she said, Pastor, you're a different teacher. You teach very well. You teach I've learned so much from your teaching today, and boy, what an interruption! No, I wasn't hoping anyone to speak to me after I've taught and bushed and very tired and very, the weather is really hot, and I still have to walk for about 2 kilometers, and all that, and my legs were really tired, and yet an interruption changed my day. What about you, loved ones? Sometimes we do not want what's happening with our lives, and there's discomfort, there are things that happen, and I'm telling you, if you're following Christ, very likely God is doing something, and the best thing we could do is to pause, then ask God, Lord, what are you doing? Because I don't want to miss what you're speaking to me, what you're doing to me, in me, through me. I mean, divine interruptions are the ways, these amazing, incredible, unthinkable ways of God, whereby He comes into our lives and then touches us, heals us, comforts us. And that's why, it's been still raining. If you can see, talagang it's dark here, and I'm just here at this place. What I did, I found a place that is covered, and I just finished my routine. So I'm done with my routine, and I'm just about to go home when I thought I should give you the good news of divine interruptions. If you are still living on your own, I urge you, please pause, please stop and allow the greatest interrupter, itong dakilang pakialamero, when you allow him to interrupt your life. Maybe there's discomfort, maybe initially there's a lot of questions, and yet when you allow him, he can reform your life, he can transform your life, he can make you so alive that everywhere you go, life follows you. God bless you, and let's enjoy this rainy Monday. Oh, hallelujah. God bless.